Yeah, so yeah, I may be a NCR member, and the NCR don't like Brotherhood of shit, the Brotherhood. But I say screw that. I'm gonna help everybody. One of them that they do not like is the Great Khan. Oh, get out my bed. I gotta go to this right quick. There is that. Thank you for finding these three dead people. Go find three more and tell them you're done. Hi.
Hello again, my friend. I hope you've been finding the information in the data store useful.
Let it be recorded on this day. Raymond Lorne was the person whose task was started committed Brother Lorne was known to have hostile feelings against toward the victim. Senior described Ritter. The guilty party insists that Ritter's death was a tragic case of friendly fire. The Brooklyn was under attack at the time, but the tribunal felt they could not let him persist as elder with such suspicion. Be it known from this day, Kenneth Jones shall no longer bear the title of elder. Brother Jones has willfully gone against the chain of abides and has been forced to submit. Dead paladin Inquest Quest succeeds him as elder. Let the record show that I have stood witness to the dismissal of David Jones from the post of elder. Brother Jones was charged with destroying an unknown device recovered from a recent expedition. The purpose and function of the device remain unknown. Brother James has thus far proven unwilling to discuss the matter with anyone. Hmm. Okay. Where's it telling me to go? I don't know if there's any difference from keeping McNamara or Ramos.
Oh, hey there. Something I can help you with?
What's the chain that binds?
That's an old principle that's been around since the Brotherhood was founded. It basically means that you have to obey a superior officer. It's pretty much common sense, but it gets invoked a lot when people get pissy about following orders. If you're curious, I'll give you access to the data store entry on it. You'd probably be the first to read it in years, if not decades.
So let's read some more. My lovely kitty reading. Chapter. Never really read this book. Chain that binds. Uh, the chain that binds is the cornerstone of our organization. The rock that supports the great tree of the Brotherhood and its myriad branches upholds that one, orders are to flow from the high down to the ranks. An order from a superior must always be obeyed, but their wisdom may be carried out without hesitation. Two, orders are to observe the flow and not to give rank. The superior may only give orders to his direct subordinates, and not to those beneath them. In this way, harmony of intent and cohesion of thought is maintained. Oh, Paladin Harden.
Hello?
Yeah.
What is it, outsider? Have you discovered anything?
Tell me about the chain of binds.
I could hardly call myself head paladin if I didn't. It's one of the first things every initiate learns when they start training. What about it?
One of the few times an elder was dismissed was due to that.
I could be wrong, but I think that's a dead end. McNamara's always followed orders, and we've been incommunicado since fleeing Helios.
You know, there was a second part to it.
Second part? What are you talking about?
It says the superior is not allowed to give orders to men under his subordinate.
That is the standard procedure, yes. For example, McNamara gives orders to head scribe Taggart, who then relays further orders to the scribes. I wasn't aware that failing to do so was punishable, however. Interesting. If we can just find an instance where McNamara went around someone and gave orders to their subordinates, we'll have him. Later.
Wow, Mr. House is looking for you, huh? What do you think he wants? Bowling partner?
How the fuck you know? I don't think I've been in New Vegas. Or on the street.
See you around.
Hey! That's your shit.
Found the missing patrols, or was something else on your mind?
There you go.
They were all dead then.
Yeah.
I suppose I'm not surprised. We have few friends in the world above, and many enemies. But we must turn our minds to other matters. When I sent out those patrols, I also sent 3 knights out on scouting missions. When the patrols failed to return, we assumed the worst, and sent a single communication to the scouts to hold position and maintain radio silence. I want you to contact those scouts and gather their reports. Like the patrols, they have devices on them that will enable you to track them. When you find them, tell them you're my representative, and ask them if the bears are still hunting. That should get them to talk to you. Return when you've gathered all of their reports.
Sir.
What's up? He was dead when I got there.
What?
It pays like ass, but it's hard to get other work with my skill set. What do you want to know?
What's their purpose?
Good question. These days, it's hard to say. Once upon a time, it was about technology, controlling it so it couldn't destroy us again. Energy weapons and power armor are usually tops on our list, although I appreciate anything that's vintage. But that all seems so limited now. We haven't grown or adapted, and now we're stuck in a hole, not carrying out our mission.
How do you get to be a member?
More sexual favors than I can even count. I am still tired from it. No, actually, you're born into it. My parents, their parents, so on. When you're young, you can choose to leave, but it's home, so most people don't. We don't take on new members, really. You can do the math on our long-term prospects based on that point. I keep hoping we'll change that.
What do you do for them?
I'm a procurement specialist. Like I said, it's basically grocery shopping, except sometimes the groceries are scavenged parts and arcane technology. The elder who brought us to the Mojave, Father Elijah, usually had me looking for these old memory units, but he'd never tell me what they were for. Nowadays, I'm usually sent to do business with traders at places like the 188, but sometimes I think it's just to keep me out of everyone's hair.
You like being a member?
I know sometimes I sound like I don't. I know. But there's something that still rings true to me about our code. There's an honor to it. We're protecting people. Even if it's from themselves, it's a good cause. We just lose sight of the big picture sometimes. Treat all our practices with the same sacredness.
What's the codex?
Ah, the codex. If it's in there, we have to abide it. If it's not not important. It documents our history, too. Part of what scribes like me do is update it. I wonder... Nah, they'd probably catch it if I rewrote the Founder's axioms.
Does the Brotherhood protect people from raiders or other threat?
No. We only protect people from themselves, and only in the sense that we don't let them have the really good pre-war toys. And sometimes it's more like we protect ourselves from them and hope to outlive them and become humanity's sole heirs. We've had people go rogue, though, and start helping people. One chapter had a small civil war over it. We take our isolationism seriously.
Yeah, it's called The Outcast. Who is Father Elijah?
He was our elder when we came east. A wizard with technology, really. His mind just worked that way, naturally. I learned a lot from him. But he started having disagreements with the other elders. The Brotherhood's interest is in old technology. He wanted to explore developing new tech. And there were other ways he wanted to push, other weapons, ones with ethics questions attached. Rather than deal with him, they sent him east.
I'm sorry. Never mind.
Darn it! I had some spectacular answers coming, too.
Not now.
I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops. I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew, anyway. But Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagine a grandfather to be.
Did you follow him from California?
It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow. Watch him at work.
What changed?
He did. For years, he fought with the council. Taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost his power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care.
How is that different from how any other elder would react?
They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others.
Ever try to talk sense into him?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen. And the idea that people talk back to him... If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have.
What did you learn from him?
Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. But that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him.
Okay. How's that different?
I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, there was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else.
Were you close?
Yeah. I miss him.
Where's he now?
I don't know. Last time anyone saw him was in the battle at Helios 1. I wasn't there. He gave orders to hold the plant until he could be reactivated. But he ran out of time. The NCR overran it. Everyone thought he was dead. But I got a note from him at a comm station. That's how he liked to talk, even to me. He wasn't good at face-to-face.
What was on a note?
It was... strange. Even for Father Elijah. He's always been unstable, but this was... something else. I don't want to say delusional, but I don't know what else to call it. The only thing familiar about it was the signature. He said the Brotherhood was doomed, but that he'd return, save us. But the way he said it... I don't know. Said he'd return with one of the greatest treasures of the old world. Make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Wipe the slate clean. Can I make it up? I like punching things, but sometimes shooting things just has to do. Yeah, I've been taking things apart and putting them back together since before I said my first word. You want to build something? Talk to me, and we can do it right there on the spot. Workbenches are for novices. Who knows? I might even be able to show you a Brotherhood trick or two. You did? Where? Oh my god, I thought... I don't even know what I thought might have happened to him. But you don't have a "this is good news" expression on your face. It doesn't matter. He died when we all retreated to Hidden Valley. I didn't expect to see him again. No one did. Did he say anything when you met him? Anything at all?
There's something I wanted to pass along.
Where did you get this? Guess I was right about the bad news, huh? Same look Elder McNamara always gave me when I was up for promotion.
You should watch it.
All right. I'll watch it. That was hard to watch.
Does it make any sense?
The parts I understood didn't matter. Past all the garbage, all it amounted to was goodbye. Sorry. Feel a little out of it. Head spinning a bit. Oh. I think he left me a gift. Maybe I can use it better than he did.
Huh.
See you around.
Let's go home. I have a gift. Okay, apparently Discord wants to fucking work. I see the notification saying, go live on the fucking Discord. They're streaming all in Vegas. Like, thank you, but no thank you. I don't wanna. Go home. But then again, I do have the 3 people. I don't know where. I'm gonna look at it. Where they at? I know this dude's here. He's watching something. No back. What? Come on, Veronica. Got a little surprise for you.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
For the first time? No. Here.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you? Aw, you shouldn't have. It's just my taste. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. I'm gonna wear it.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Not that, I guess. How many power armor ahead? I had 0. Oh well. Veronica. Wee. All right. I'm gonna end it here. Next time we come back, we'll what does it say? Next time we come back, we'll find the what's it called? The scout, and continue on from there. So, that being said, my name is Monkey Like, and this has been Fallout New Vegas Redux, and I will see every single one of you little monkeys out there. Take care. Bye bye.